We welcome you to the second session of our Bhagavad Gita classes with the IYF. So we have planned to do 108 main shlokas from the Bhagavad Gita, um, not necessarily in a like a story form, but 108 shlokas were there, main shlokas which give the essence. So from that we've taken the verses, the 108 we will do, and we did verse 1 last time, and today we will continue with the verse from the second chapter, one of the most important verses. So that we'll be discussing today. Let us begin. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Kada Mahyam Dadati श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये आराध्यो भगवान् ब्रजेश तनयस्तद्धाम वृन्दावनं रम्या काचिदुपासना व्रजवधो वर्गेण या कल्पितः श्रीमद्भागवतं प्रमाणममलं प्रेम पुमर्थो महान् श्रीचैतन्यमहाप्रभोर्मतमिदं तत्रादरानापरः राधाकरावचितपल्लववल्लरीके राधापदाङ्कविलसन् मधुरस्थलीके राधायशोमुखरमत्तखगावलीके राधाविहारविपिने रमतां मनो मे आजानुलम्बितभुजौ कनकावदातो सङ्कीर्तनैकपितरो कमलायताक्षो विश्वम्भरो द्विजवरो युगधर्मपालो वन्दे जगत्प्रियकरो करुणावतारो नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यैश्वरम् Jai. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. And once again, we welcome you to this wonderful series, wonderful session arranged by the ISKCON Youth Forum of Edmonton, IYF. And like I already introduced in the beginning, we will be discussing from the essence of all the Vedic Shastras, the topmost jewel, the cream of all the Vedic Shastras, which is the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Yes. Of course, in the first session, we had a little discussion about the glory of this eternal, this very sweet Shastra. Actually, Bhagavad Gita, although it doesn't have much Leela or, Vrindavan Leela, it doesn't have much Leela of Bhagavan, but it is the means to understand the Leela of Bhagavan. It is the means. It is the base that we need. It is the foundation that we need to build the house of bhakti in our lives. The foundation comes from the lessons, the teachings in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Yes. So the Bhagavad Gita is like we just discussed. The Bhagavad Gita is such an important shastra, such a foundational shastra for our spiritual lives that many times I've actually seen people who claim to be very learned or very very rasik, so-called rasik. They do not like to discuss such tattva and things in the Bhagavad Gita. They only like to discuss about Krishna doing pastimes or Makhan Chor Leela and all those things. Of course, we have to discuss those. But dear devotees, the foundation. Janma karma chame divyam evam yoveti tattva त्यक्त्वा देहम पुनर्जन्म नैति मामेति सोर्जुना. भगवान बोल रहे हैं कि जो मेरे जन्म और कर्म को दिव्य जानता है वो व्यक्ति मेरे पास आता है. So when we know this knowledge, that what we will get by knowing Krishna Leela, what we will get by doing bhakti, what is the relationship between the jiva and Bhagavan, what is the position? 5 things Bhagavad Gita talks about: jiva, karma, kala, and paramatma, Bhagavan. There's one more thing. The material nature, I believe. These are 5 main topics the Bhagavad Gita discusses about. So in essence, it is very, very important. And it was actually, it's a nice name that they gave to this session, the lessons from the battlefield. Lessons from the battlefield. It may seem a little passionate that, oh, you're talking about a battlefield encouraging violence. There are people who make such comments. But actually, dear devotees, it's the battlefield of us versus our anarthas, the battlefield of us versus our material anxieties, our material conditionings. That is the real battlefield. And this, of course, as a part of Bhagavan's Leela, he is giving us life lessons. He is giving us the way to live our lives through his own pastimes, which is the Bhagavad Gita. Yes, that is the mercy of Bhagavan. He not only teaches through his instructions, but he teaches through his pure devotees. He teaches through his pastimes with his pure devotees. So one such pastimes is this, as a part of the Mahabharata. But this Bhagavad Gita itself is also known as Gita Upanishad. It is directly a shastra in itself. Of course, it is a part of Mahabharata as well, but in itself also it is the crest jewel of all the Upanishads, known as Gita Upanishad, because it is directly coming from the lotus mouth of Shiv Bhagavan. Swayam Bhagavan द्वारा जो दिया हुआ ज्ञान है, that is the topmost. We should also understand this. We discussed a little bit last session, Ekam Shastram Devaki Putra Gitam. We touched on those verses, but just summarizing a little bit for the devotees who weren't able to join the last session. This Bhagavad Gita is very important, very important. So like that, this Bhagavad Gita, we have started with verse 1. We did Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Yutsava Mamaka Pandavascheva Kimakuruvata Sanjaya. We discussed the intricacies of this verse and how what lessons we can get in the last session we discussed. And now in this session, the next verse which comes as a part of our 108 series, the next verse is from the second chapter, the 7th shloka. Very, very beautiful verse said by Arjuna. So let us recite that verse. You can recite in your own places, and I will recite here. We'll go through Srila Prabhupada's purport, and then we will discuss. We'll discuss the, of course, just व्याख्या करेंगे प्रभुपाद जी के जो Prabhupada ji has already given such beautiful purports. There's no need to give any tippani or give any opinions about that. But Srila Prabhupada did say, my disciples will give purports to my purports. So in that mood, a mood of prayer to Srila Prabhupada, by his mercy only, we will discuss things from his purports and how we can apply them into our lives. Because of course, it is life lessons from the battlefield. So let us discuss. So we'll recite the verse. कार्पण्यदोषोपहत स्वभावः पृच्छामि त्वां धर्मसमूढचेताहं यच्छ्रेयस्यान्निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेऽहं शाधि मां त्वां प्रपन्नम्. We'll recite one more time. कार्पण्यदोषोपहत स्वभावः पृच्छामि त्वां धर्मसमूढचेताहं यच्छ्रेयस्यान्निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेऽहं शाधि मां त्वां प्रपन्नम्. So Arjuna is saying to Bhagavan Shri Krishna, the first chapter, we know that Arjuna expresses, it is actually Arjuna Vishada Yoga, it is called, and setting up the uh, battlefield. Basically, Arjuna tells Bhagavan to go to the middle of the battlefield. It is like a setup of what is to happen. That is the first chapter, and when we get into the second chapter, this is where Arjuna finally surrenders to Bhagavan. Shishyastiham shadiman tvam prapannam. And then after this, actually, Bhagavan starts to speak. So these verses, especially this one, it is very key. We will discuss actually why it is such an important verse. So let's go to Srila Prabhupada's translation and purport. So Arjuna is saying, now I am confused about my duty and have lost all composure because of miserly weakness. In this condition, I am asking you to tell me for certain what is best for me. Now I am your disciple and a soul surrendered unto you. Please instruct me. Please instruct me. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. By nature's own way, the complete system of material activities is a source of perplexity for everyone. In every step, there is perplexity, and therefore it behooves one to approach a bona fide spiritual master who can give one proper guidance for executing the purpose of life. All Vedic literatures advise us to approach a bona fide spiritual master to get free from the perplexities of life, which happen without our desire. They are like a forest fire that somehow blazes without being set by anyone. Similarly, the world situation is such that perplexities of life automatically appear. Without our wanting such confusion. No one wants fire, yet it takes place, and we become perplexed. The Vedic wisdom therefore advises that in order to solve the perplexities of life and to understand the science of the solution, one must approach a spiritual master who is in the disciplic succession. A person with a bona fide spiritual master is supposed to know everything. One should not, therefore, remain in material perplexities, but should approach a spiritual master. This is the purport of this verse. Who is the man in material perplexities? It is said, it is he who does not understand the problems of life. In the Brihad Aranyaka Upanishad 3.8.10, the perplexed man is described as follows. Yova etadaksharam gargya avidit va sma lokat paraiti sakrapanaha. He is a miserly man who does not solve the problems of life as a human and who thus quits this world like the cats and dogs, without understanding the science of self-realization. This human form of life is a most valuable asset for the living entity, who can utilize it for solving the problems of life. Therefore, one who does not utilize this opportunity properly is a miser. On the other hand, there is a Brahmana, or he who is intelligent enough to utilize his body to solve the problems of life. Ya etad aksharam gargi viditvasma lokat pareti sa brahmanaham. The kripanas or miserly persons waste their time in being overly affectionate for family, society, country, etc. In the material conception of life, one is often attached to family life, namely to wife, children, and other members on the basis of skin disease. The Kripana thinks that he is able to protect his family members from death, or the Kripana thinks that his family or society can save him from the verge of death. Such family attachment can be found even in the lower animals, who take care of children also. Being intelligent, Arjuna could understand that his affection for family members and his wish to protect them from death were the causes of his perplexities. Although he could understand that his duty to fight was awaiting him, still on the account of miserly weakness, he could not discharge the duties. He is therefore asking Lord Krishna, the supreme spiritual master, to make a definite solution. He offers him to Krishna as a disciple. He wants to stop friendly talks. Talks between the master and the disciple are serious. And now Arjuna wants to talk very seriously about the recognized spiritual master, before the recognized spiritual master. Krishna is therefore the original spiritual master of the science of Bhagavad Gita. And Arjuna is the first disciple for understanding the Gita. How Arjuna understands the Bhagavad Gita is stated in the Gita itself. And yet, foolish mundane scholars explain that one need not to submit to Krishna as a person, but to the unborn within Krishna. There is no difference between Krishna's within and without. And one who has no sense of his understanding of this understanding is the greatest fool in trying to understand the Bhagavad Gita. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So, like I said, this is a very, very important verse. It is a key verse. It is like a turning point. Gita starts with a turning point. Gita starts with a question. It is such a beautiful shastra. And it is special because this is the point of Arjuna's surrender to Bhagavan. And we can see that at this point, when Arjuna surrenders, after this verse, he says another verse, and then Sanjay says a verse, and then Bhagavan starts. And Sanjay says two verses, and then Bhagavan starts to speak. So, although Srila Prabhupada has touched on many aspects here, and we will try to discuss as much as possible in the time that we have. But like I said, it is a very, very key verse because the essence is given in this verse. How one should approach Bhagavan, how one should approach Bhagavan through the Guru, through the spiritual master, and how one should approach Bhagavad Gita. That Srila Prabhupada explains. And Srila Prabhupada also touches on what is a Brahmana and what is a Kripana. So this is a very all-encompassing verse. It's a very beautiful, very sweet, sweet verse. Yes. So the main point, like I just mentioned, the main point in this verse is Shishyas teham shadhimam tuam prapannam. अगर हमें भक्ति शुरू करनी है और अगर हम भक्ति शुरू कर चुके हैं, भक्ति में आगे बढ़ना है, भगवान को जानना है, भगवान को समझना है, the first thing, dear devotees, is surrender. First thing, Sharanagati, Atmanivedan. Of course, these are different levels of complete, total surrender. But even for one to begin on the path of devotional service, even for one to begin or advance from any stage in devotional service, one must have surrender, and not just to Bhagavan. The surrender goes through the bona fide spiritual master to Bhagavan. So Srila Prabhupada makes it very clear in the last two sentences of the first paragraph. One should not therefore remain in material perplexities, but should approach a spiritual master. That is the purport of this verse. Clear cut, simple. Arjuna is saying, Karpanya dosho pahata svabhavaha prichhami tvam dharma samudha chetaha. My dear Lord, I am confused of my duty. I have lost all composure due to miserly weakness. And then he says, in this condition, firstly, he describes his condition. Now, this can be a very valid question asked by someone, that Arjuna, being a pure devotee of the Lord, being a Parshada, Bhagavan ke Parshad the, he was an eternal associate of Bhagavan. How could he be perplexed? He's saying so many things. In this, he says, Karpanya dosho pata swabhava. Then he says, Chanchala himana Krishna, Balavati drida. Like that, he says, Chanchala himana Krishna. That this mind is very chanchal. It's more swifter than the wind. Like that. For Arjuna, being an eternal associate of Shri Bhagavan, he still says like this. Why does he say? Actually, like I already mentioned, Bhagavan teaches us as jivas. This is in the Srimad Bhagavatam as well. Why does Krishna come? Why does he do all these leelas? Why does he do all these pastimes? Why does he do all these discussions with his dear devotees? What need does he have? There is an eternal realm of Goloka, Vrindavan, Vaikuntha. Bhagavan wahan nitya roop se anand mein hai. His Atma Ram, Aptakam, he is completely satisfied. He does not need anything. Dear devotees, he does not need us. He does not need us. He is completely self-satisfied. That is Bhagavan. Purna Purushottam. Yes. Krishna is fully satisfied. Why does he come? Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharat abhyutthanam dharmasya tadatmanam shajamyaham. क्यों आते हैं भगवान? भगवान इसीलिए आते हैं अनुग्रहाय भक्तानाम. Yes, this is very clearly said in the Srimad Bhagavatam. केवल और केवल भक्तों पे अनुग्रह करने के लिए, जीवों पे अनुग्रह करने के लिए, जीवों पे अनुग्रह करने के लिए, to give mercy, to invite us back to Krishna. That is why the Lord does such pastimes, such valuable discussions with his own dear devotees like Arjuna. तो इसमें हमें ऐसा समझना चाहिए कि जो अर्जुन है, वो बाह्य रूप से वो इल्यूजन में है, माया में है, बाह्य रूप से केवल। आंतरिक भाव से वो भगवान के नित्य प्रेमी भक्त, शुद्ध भक्त हैं, नित्य रूप से। Like that, Arjuna is only acting, but he's describing his situations, he's describing his shortcomings, he's describing his need for help, and he's describing his point of surrender. And then where Krishna picks him up. Why? Just to give us a path, just to show us, what we have to do. Yes, they should not actually kabhi kabhi, especially in regular modern day, or even जो भी कर्मकांड टाइप का जो सनातन धर्म you know का जो प्रचारण है आजकल, अनुष्ठानिक रूप से भगवत गीता पढ़ना, अनुष्ठानिक रूप से भागवत पाठ करना, अनुष्ठानिक रूप से पूजा आदि करना, just for the sake of doing it, that is karma kand. Then we will not understand what is Bhagavad Gita. No, then we will not get the goal of life. We will not. What is the goal of life? Bhagavan. We don't even want to. We don't even know what the goal of life is. Yet to speak of you know, engaging in bhakti or doing certain spiritual practices to get that goal. We don't even want it. We don't even want Bhagavan. आप किसी को पूछिए, आपको आज वैकुंठ लेके चलते हैं, बोलेंगे नहीं नहीं, अभी थोड़ा पढ़ लें, अभी थोड़ा शादी वादी कर लें, फिर सेटल हो जाएं, उसके बाद सोचेंगे वैकुंठ जाने के लिए. That is our situation. We don't even know that we are in such a bad situation. We don't even know. But Arjuna and Bhagavan, through his pastimes, through his own dear devotees, it is making it very clear to us. Arjuna is describing, Karpanya dosho pahata swabhava. My dear Lord, I am confused of my duty and I have lost all composure. Dear devotees, this is our position in this material world. No matter how happy one is, to be fairly honest, very few people are actually happy. And let's say there's some person and he says, I'm very happy, I'm very satisfied, I have lots of money, you're materially very satisfied person. But what doesn't still end is the dukkha of death, the dukkha of separation. In the ultimate understanding, absolute understanding, that person, even though he may be happy now, still has to face death. And death is the most excruciating circumstance, is the most highest level of pain probably a living entity will face in this lifetime. In every lifetime one faces, of course. So regardless however materially satisfied we may be, and seriously speaking, 99.9 people are not even materially satisfied, still it doesn't change the fact that we have to suffer these things: birth, death, old age and disease. जो चार हैं, इनको हमें सहना पड़ेगा ही. As long as one has this body, one has to go through these. The pain of birth, the baby comes out of the womb crying, not smiling and not happy, crying. And when one faces old age, one is crying. When one faces disease, one is crying. And when one faces death, the pain is described. It's indescribable, actually. The pain that the body feels, one feels when the Jivatma leaves the body. It is excruciating. Excruciating. And one still knowing all of this, who does not act on the platform of the soul, who does not engage one's body in the service of Bhagavan, that is known as a Kripana. Srila Prabhupada is very beautifully explained here that the difference between the Kripana and the Brahmana. The Kripana is very attached. He does not solve the problems of life. He does not even recognize the problems of life. Yes. But here's Arjuna. He is telling us that recognize the problems of your life. Recognize. Karpanya dosho bahada subhava prichhami tvam dharma samudha chetaham. Samudha. Arjuna is saying, I am bewildered, my Lord. And this is Arjuna in one situation of his life, that he's on the battlefield with his teachers in front of him, with his family in front of him. This is Arjuna in one situation. Dear devotees, we go through these situations every single day, and we will have to go through these situations because this world is dukkhalayam ashashvatam. Dukkhalayam ashashvatam. It is a place of misery. Yes. When Bhagavan made this world, he put a stamp on it, and that stamp was dukkhalayam ashashvatam. भगवान ने स्वयं ही बोल दिया कि हाँ दुख नहीं है, फिर भी हमारे जैसे बुद्धिजीव इसमें सुख ढूंढ, इसमें दुख ही है. भगवान बोले दुखालय. Alaya means the resting place. This is the resting place of what? Dukkhalaya, resting place of dukkha. Ashashvatam, it is temporary. Everything here is temporary. Everything. जो ऊपर रूप से जो बाह्य रूप से जो सुख है वो भी क्षणिक है, जो बाह्य रूप से दुख है वो भी क्षणिक है. There's one example given, of course, it's a little direct example. Sukha and dukkha in this world are like wet stool and dry stool. Ultimately, both are only stool. Yes. Of course, dry stool is a little better as the smell may not be bad, it may not make too much of a mess. But ultimately, it is only stool. That is the bitter truth. Now, once we recognize this, see, when one comes to devotional service, most of the people who come to devotional service, who come to Krishna consciousness, they are um, arti. Arti, yes, this is described in the 7th chapter. 4 types of pious persons who approach the Lord in devotional service. One of them is who is distressed. So it is not wrong to approach the Lord when we are distressed, because that means we are recognizing that Bhagavan is our shelter. Yes, and that is good. That is good. That is a start. That is why Krishna recognizes in the 7th chapter itself that when one comes to devotional service, even though coming with material desires, coming with the desire to be freed from misery, that is still auspicious. That is still auspicious. So, firstly, we must recognize the problem. This is the first step. That in our lives, especially, we must recognize that even though, see, many of us are still externally suffering, that is already there. If someone thinks they're not suffering, still they should recognize that they will have to suffer. What will we do about death? What will we do about disease when this body gets old? It's very natural. Very natural. What will we do? We must recognize the problems of life. And to be a Brahmana means that one recognizes the real problems of life. Yes, dear devotees, the problems of life are not what we think they are. The problems of life are not that I didn't get a reply from this person today, or this person said something bad to me today. These are not the real problems of life. In the ultimate absolute sense, the problems of life are that this body is suffering birth after birth. Birth after birth, this body is suffering without Bhagavan, without shelter of Bhagavan. When the jiva can be eternally blissful, when the jiva can be eternally in bliss, in the service of Bhagavan, why should we accept suffering? We should not. We should be convinced of this fact that we have to stop this cycle of birth and death. We have to stop this cycle of suffering, and we have to become eternally blissful, eternally happy, experience real enjoyment in our lives. And that is only in the seva of Sri Bhagavan. Yes. Now that, let's say, we've all recognized the problem, let us follow in the footsteps of Arjuna. We are all convinced that yes, we have to solve the problems of life. We have to come to the platform of self-realization. We have to come to the platform of God realization. We have to know who is Bhagavan. We have to know who am I. What is my relationship with Bhagavan? Yes. Now let's assume that all of us are on this platform, or at least we are trying to be on this platform. Now what's next? How can we start? How does devotional service start? How does devotional service start? It starts here. Shishyasteham shadhimam tvam prapannam. When Arjuna surrenders, he surrenders. In chapter 1, Arjuna is describing how he can't fight, how much he's struggling, how much he is suffering, but he does not surrender. Then coming into the 2nd chapter, he tells Bhagavan, Shishyasteham shadhimam tam prapanna. Hey Prabhu, hey Krishna, Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum, I surrender unto you, my Lord. No longer, he says, no longer will he, like Srila Prabhupada also mentioned in the purport, no longer there are friendly talks. Now Arjuna has established a relationship of master and servant, and then there will only be serious talks. Serious talks about the concerns of a Brahmana. And what are those? Those are how to solve the real problems of life. How to solve the real problems of life. And this whole Bhagavad Gita is for us to really solve the problems of life. Know who is Krishna. Know who we are. And it will be very clear to us if someone reads this Bhagavad Gita, if someone takes to heart the message of the Bhagavad Gita, and how one should approach Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita. Shishyasteham sadhimam tam prapannam. Shishya बनने का अर्थ है शासन. What is a disciple? One who is disciplined. We must take shelter of Krishna through his bona fide representative, who is Guru, who is an Acharya. When we take shelter of Krishna through this bona fide process, then one can understand the absolute truth. Yes, this is the essence of this verse. The essence of this verse. The importance of a spiritual master. Two things in this verse. Arjuna describes the problems, and then the mood is that we also accept that yes, we are also in this confused state. Genuinely, dear devotees, we don't know what to do even in our lives. We are so confused. हमारी कितनी भी उम्र हो जाए, बच्चे पढ़ाई को लेके कंफ्यूज हैं. The youth is confused about jobs and marriage, and the elderly are confused about how to sustain their family, and then the sorry the adults are confused about how to sustain their family. The elderly are confused about how to leave this body, or they're concerned that, oh, I'm going to leave this body. हर परिस्थिति में जीवन के हर पड़ाव में ही दुख है, हर पड़ाव में ही कंफ्यूजन है. Imagine how difficult life is without taking shelter of Krishna. We don't realize. And dear devotees, when you do engage in devotional service, when you completely depend on Krishna with Sharanagati, with the mood of Sharanagati, then only you recognize that, I'm now in a way better position. Yes. Until one comes, जैसे आप देखें ना कि जो सुअर होता है, the pig loves his life in a pot of stool. उनके लिए तो पूरा संडे फीस्ट है पूरा, चाहे उनको नाली में घूमने में आनंद आता है, क्योंकि वो उनका जो शरीर है, their body is of a pig. They're naturally going to be happy in that. Now, someone tells us, you roam around in a puddle of stool all day. We would not like that. That is not our privilege. That is not in our interest. Similarly, dear devotees, as conditioned entities, as conditioned living beings, we are like the pig who likes the stool. We're just being used to that. It is not good. We know stool is not good, but the pig loves it. Just like that, we don't know, like the pig, we don't know that this material world is nothing but a pot of stool. We are just roaming. We are trying to find pleasure जहाँ पे नहीं है, नहीं है. But when you come to the platform of the soul, when you come to the platform of Krishna consciousness, जब आपकी भावनामृत, जब आप कृष्ण भावना भावित हो जाते हो, ऐसा नहीं कि ऊपर से धोती डाल ली, तिलक लगा लिए तो हो गया. कृष्ण भावना भावित, Krishna conscious. When you become conscious that no, the stool is not where I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be outside. I'm supposed to be in bliss. You're supposed to be in the pond of nectar of bhakti. Yes, not in stool. That platform comes only when we recognize the problem, and secondly, when we take shelter of a dear devotee of Krishna. Yes, so two things. These are the essence of this verse. Two things. Now, recognizing our problem, the next step is, dear devotees, to pray to Bhagavan and to take shelter of a dear devotee of Krishna. Without taking shelter of Guru, without having a Guru in one's life, it is impossible to get the mercy of Krishna. Impossible. Bhagavan himself is saying many times, there are so many shlokas, Tattva Darshinaha, 4th chapter. He explains that this Pariprashnena Sevaya Upadekshanti Te Jnanam Jnani Nas Tattva Darshinaha. भगवान स्वयं आज्ञा कर रहे हैं कि जो ज्ञान प्राप्त करना है, भगवान के प्रति जो भक्ति प्राप्त करनी है, वो किन से प्राप्त करनी है? ज्ञानिनास तत्वदर्शिना, जो तत्वदर्शी महात्मा है, जिन्होंने भगवान को प्राप्त कर चुके हैं, उनसे प्राप्त करना है. Yes. This is the process. It is not that Guru and accepting a Guru and being in the shelter of a Guru is not sentimentalism, is not a fanaticism, and is not definitely not done to show off. This is becoming the mood these days because of wrong types of people who have accepted the post of Guru, and general public also accepting the wrong person as Guru. This is a problem, dear devotees. नहीं तो हमारे शास्त्र में पूरा अच्छे से एक्सप्लेन किया हुआ है, पूरा स्पष्ट रूप से ऐसा बताया गया है कि कहां पर आपको प्रामाणिक ज्ञान मिलेगा. एवं परंपरा प्राप्तम, जो परंपरागत जो साधु आ रहे हैं, परंपरागत, और वो भी जो वैष्णवी परंपरा में, that is described in the Padma Puran, that the 4 pramanika Vaishnava, Chatush Vaishnava Sampradayas that are there, they have absolute, eternal, and pure knowledge of Bhagavan Shri Krishna, of the absolute truth. This is in the Padma Puran. There is no confusion. The Srila Prabhupada used to say that those who want to be cheated will be cheated. Yes. आजकल क्या चाहिए कि गुरुजी कोई ज्यादा नियम ना दें, कोई ज्यादा माला ना दें, हम जो मन मर्जी करना चाहें वो करें, और थोड़ा नाम भी लग जाए कि हाँ दीक्षा हो गई है, थोड़ा आध्यात्मिक व्यक्ति है, बस इतना. This is all people want. But no, if we want Krishna, if we want to know about the absolute truth, if we want to solve the real problems of life, one has to take shelter of a bona fide spiritual master coming in the disciplic succession directly from Bhagavan Shri Krishna. Yes. And in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Shri Bhagavan also says, Acharya mam vijaniyat. कि जो आचार्य हैं उनको मेरा ही स्वरूप जानो. We don't say that the Guru is God. We say that the Guru is as good as God because he is related to God. जो आचार्य हैं वो भगवान नहीं है. They are not पूर्ण पुरुषोत्तम भगवान श्री कृष्ण. उनके आजकल तो मैंने देखा है कहीं many people are putting tulsi leaves on the feet of their gurus. Absolutely not acceptable. Guru can never be Bhagavan. Guru is not Bhagavan. But Guru is the Prakash Vigraha of Bhagavan. हम परमात्मा से कैसे बात करेंगे? हम परमात्मा से कैसे प्रश्न पूछेंगे? डायरेक्टली तो नहीं पूछ सकते, हम तो देख भी नहीं सकते भगवान को. लेकिन परमात्मा गुरु रूप से जो शुद्ध वैष्णव, जो शुद्ध भक्त हैं भगवान के, उनके रूप से परमात्मा स्वयं जीव को निर्देश करते हैं, स्वयं जीव को आदेश देते हैं कि कैसे आप भगवत प्राप्ति कर सकते हो. Yes. This is the essence of this verse. Shishyasteham sadhimam tam prapannam. One must take shelter of a bona fide spiritual master. Yes, this is the process of Diksha. This is the process of Diksha. Diksha kale shishya kare atma shamarpana shei kale Krishna tare kore na shanmana. ऐसा आचार्य लिखते हैं कि दीक्षा काले शिष्य करे आत्मसमर्पण. कि जब दीक्षा का अनुष्ठान होता है, when दीक्षा happens, real दीक्षा, not just एक अनुष्ठान के रूप से नहीं, not just an institutional organized event. No, दीक्षा when it happens, what happens in दीक्षा? दीक्षा काले शिष्य करे आत्मसमर्पण. वो जो शिष्य है वो गुरु को भगवान का शुद्ध प्रतिनिधि देखते हुए, भगवान का ही प्रकाश विग्रह उनको ऐसा सम्मान करते हुए जब शिष्य उनको शरणागत होता है, तब क्या होता है? कृष्ण तारे करे आत्मसम. तब भगवान उसको स्वयं हृदय से लगा लेते हैं, उनको आत्मसम कर लेते हैं भगवान, क्योंकि वो आपने भगवान के एक शुद्ध वैष्णव का, भगवान के एक प्रिय पार्षद का, एक भगवान के एक प्रकाश विग्रह का शरण लिया आपने. इसीलिए this is the bona fide process. And of course, Krishna ultimately is the only Guru. Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum. Very famous verse. Many people know. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansachanu Ramardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum. भगवान कृष्ण ही जगत गुरु हैं. और जो भगवान की वाणी का प्रचार करें, जो भगवान की भक्ति में संलग्न हो स्वयं और दूसरों को भी लगाएं, वही गुरु कहला सकते हैं. आजकल कोई है ही नहीं गुरु की परिभाषा. There is no, people are just accepting gurus and people are just becoming gurus like this. It is said in the symptoms of Kali Yuga in the Srimad Bhagavatam that one who can simply orate nicely will become a guru in Kali Yuga, will get many followers, and we can see that. थोड़ा हंस देंगे, थोड़ा कुछ ऊपर नीचे बात बोल देंगे एनर्जी ये वो, अच्छा लगेगा, लोग गुरु मान लिए. बट क्या वो भगवान के भजन में आपको लगाए? क्या भगवान की प्रेममयी सेवा प्राप्त हुई? क्या भगवान के दर्शन प्राप्त हुए? क्या ये जो भगवत गीता का ज्ञान है वो आत्मसात किया आपने अपने जीवन में? क्या आपने दूसरों को ये ज्ञान दिया? नहीं, ये सब नहीं हो रहा है. क्या आप 3 गुणों से ऊपर उठे? ठीक है, सात्विक होना भी ठीक है, मेडिटेशन करना भी ठीक है. क्या आप 3 गुणों से परे उठे? शुद्ध सत्व में स्थित होके, मुक्त होके भगवान के प्रिय पार्षद बने? नॉट पॉसिबल. But it is possible, dear devotees, when we take shelter of a bona fide spiritual master coming in a bona fide lineage of gurus. गुरु ऐसा भी नहीं है कि आज मैं सोचूं कि हाँ मुझे चलो गीता का प्रचार करना है, अभी हम दीक्षा देना प्रारंभ करेंगे, आज मैं ही गुरु हो गया. Even though I may be teaching about bhakti, but if I myself do not have a guru, if I do not have a lineage of gurus, if that parampara does not start from Bhagavan Shri Krishna himself, it's not bona fide. We do not accept that as bona fide according to Shastra. Yes, this is the words of Bhagavan Krishna. Not just these words directly, all the Vedas are said. Vedeshcha sarve rahameva vedyo vedant krit veda videva chaham. भगवान स्वयं बोल रहे हैं सभी वेदों से किसको जान, ये 15वें अध्याय का श्लोक है। सभी वेदों से किसको जानना है, मुझे जानना है। सभी वेदों का निर्माता कौन है, मैंने स्वयं बनाए हैं। वेदेश सर्वे अहमेव वेद्यो, I am to be known by these Vedas. But people are reading the Vedas and not knowing Krishna. Then what is the point? What is the point? If one wants to know Krishna, one must take shelter of a dear devotee of Krishna. Yes. One must take shelter of a dear devotee of Krishna. And not just take shelter, dear devotees, it is a matter of sharanagati. This word is very, very important. Sharanagati. अगर हम भक्ति भी करते हैं, मान लीजिए हमने अपने जीवन में देख लिया कि ठीक है ये समस्याएं हैं, शरीर की ये समस्याएं हैं, birth, old age, death, disease, we recognize, let's just assume, although 99.9% of us still we want to live in this world, but let us assume that somehow we have recognized that these are problems, as we should. Even though we may engage in devotional service, which is the next step, if we do not do so with the mood of surrender to Guru and Krishna, it will not give us the desired result. It will not give us the desired result. जो भी हम श्रवणम कीर्तनम विष्णु स्मरणम बाद सेवनम अर्चनम वंदनम दास्यम साख्यम आत्मनिवेदनम, अगर हम नवविधा भक्ति के किन्हीं भी अंगों को प्रत्यक्ष रूप से अपने जीवन में उतारते हैं, उनको करते हैं, श्रवणम कीर्तनम जो भी है, बट उसमें शरणागति का भाव नहीं है, उसमें भगवान के प्रति जो अपने आप को निवेदित करने का जो भाव है वो नहीं है, then it will be very difficult for us to advance. Very difficult for us to advance. That is why before Bhagavan tells anything to Arjuna in this Bhagavad Gita, what does Arjuna have to do first? He first has to surrender. First has to surrender. The first thing, आदौ श्रद्धा तथा साधु संग, भक्ति के जो स्तर हैं उनमें प्रथम है श्रद्धा। आप श्रद्धा लेके आइए, ठीक है, लेकिन श्रद्धा के साथ साधु संग में to do sadhu sanga with some faith, आदौ श्रद्धा तथा साधु संग. First one must have faith, the next step is sadhu sanga, and then in that sadhu sanga, when you give yourself, when you surrender to Guru, when you give yourself and you surrender to Guru, who you recognize as Sakshat Haritvena Samasta Shastrer Uktastatha Bhavyata Eva Sadhir Kintu Prabhorya Priyaiva Tasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. हमारे गुरु अष्टकम में है श्लोक. This Guru Ashtakam, what does it say? So that Guru that you are taking shelter of, you must recognize that Guru as what? साक्षात हरित्वेन समस्त शास्त्रे. उनको इतना मानन करना है, उनको इतना आदर प्रदान करना है, उनकी इतनी सेवा करनी कि आप स्वयं भगवान की सेवा कर रहे हो. But why? Why should you give him as much respect as God? Because किंतु प्रभोर्य प्रिय एव तस्य, क्योंकि वो मेरे प्रभु के प्रिय हैं, भगवान श्री कृष्ण के प्रिय हैं, इसीलिए मैं उनको भगवान के कृष्ण के जितना ही आदर प्रदान करूं. This is the process of Guru Shishya Parampara. This is the process of surrender to Guru. One should be very careful in accepting someone as a spiritual master. Very careful. One must be convinced that this person is a pure devotee of Krishna. One must be convinced, not just convinced, it must be revealed actually. The process of accepting a Guru is a process of revelation. That in itself is a very deep discussion, very different discussion. We can go down that tangent, but the essence here of this verse is that to begin one's Krishna consciousness, or to begin to solve one's real problem, to begin to solve the real problems of one's life, one first must surrender to a pure devotee, a bona fide spiritual master. Yes, bona fide spiritual master. And Srila Prabhupada here is very, very clear. A person with a bona fide spiritual master is supposed to know everything. How wonderful. Many of us may be initiated even, and how many of us can claim to know everything? Really? Because even to become initiated does not mean that you are dikshit, or doesn't mean you have been initiated, even though you are initiated. एक फॉलोअर बनना अलग है, एक इनिशिएट बनना अलग है, और एक सत शिष्य बनना बहुत अलग है. To become a Sat Shishya, to become an actual disciple means to have Purna Sharanagati, full surrender unto the lotus feet of Guru, full surrender unto the lotus feet of Krishna. That is the process. That is the intensity needed for one to solve the problems of one's life. Yes. And it is actually such a blessing that if one gets by great mercy of Krishna. This is said in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. भाग्यवान जीव गुरु कृष्ण प्रसादे पाए भक्ति लता बीज ब्रह्मांड भ्रमिते कोनो भाग्यवान जीव गुरु कृष्ण प्रसादे पाए भक्ति लता बीज ब्रह्मांड भ्रमिते हम अनंत जन्म से अनंत काल से ब्रह्मांड इस ब्रह्मांड से उस ब्रह्मांड में इस योनि से उस योनि तक ये माता पिता से वो माता पिता तक ये शरीर से वो शरीर तक जानवर के शरीर से लेके मनुष्य के शरीर तक हम क्या कर रहे हैं भ्रमण कर रहे हैं अनंत काल से Dear devotees, this is the reality. Let us come to reality. We have been traveling. We are not this body. We are not this body. This is not Chaitanya Gautam. This is Chaitanya Vishwambar Das now, by the mercy of Guru, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and the mercy of Krishna. We have this name, we've given the Dasatva of Shri Bhagavan. That is the identity of the soul actually. But we are not these bodies. But from eternal time immemorial, हम क्या हैं नित्यबद्ध. This is the word that has been used for the living entities. हम नित्यबद्ध हैं. हम इस भौतिक चक्र में, भौतिक आसक्ति में, भौतिक कल्मशों में नित्य रूप से बद्ध हैं. We are so attached. We are so confined. We are so conditioned in this world. But who is known as Bhagyavan? Who is known as Bhagyavan? Bhagyavan वो है गुरु कृष्ण प्रसादे पाए भक्ति लता बीज, जो गुरु और कृष्ण के प्रसाद स्वरूप में अपने हृदय में भक्ति लता बीज को धारण करता है. भक्ति की लता, it's like a lata is a small plant, sprouting plant. That is bhakti. That is the bhakti one receives at the time of initiation, when one fully surrenders. गुरु कृष्ण प्रसादे पाए भक्ति लता बीज, और वो उस भक्ति लता बीज को श्रवण और कीर्तन के रूप से, श्रवण और कीर्तन के माध्यम से सिंचन करके जो भक्ति को बढ़ाए, that is a real disciple. That is a real serious brahmana. That is the definition of a brahmana. Yes. Otherwise, we will be kripanas. These are two opposites, brahmana and kripana. Brahmana is the broad-minded, intelligent person who engages in devotional service, who is fortunate enough to receive, by the mercy of Krishna, a bona fide spiritual master in one's life who guides one to the lotus feet of Krishna. Yes. और जिनको गुरु का संग प्राप्त है, जिनको गुरु की कृपा प्राप्त है, वही असल में सौभाग्यशाली हैं, वही असल में भाग्यवान जीव हैं. यस. जन्म जन्मांतर से जीव कैसे घूम रहा है? What is the example? How can we understand? How is the jiva going from birth after birth? He is going like a stray dog. जैसे एक like the stray dogs on the streets in India, you may have seen stray dogs. They're walking around. उनको ना उनके खाने का कुछ पता, ना उनके पीने का, ना उनके कहाँ वो रात को सोएंगे, अगले दिन कहाँ होंगे, कुछ नहीं पता. They are like that, and we are like that. From birth after birth, we don't know in which mother's womb we will go. We don't know what we will eat, in what family we will go. We don't know what yoni, what animal. We may even become dogs and cats and worms in stool. We may even become dear devotees. या ऊपर जाइए, हम ब्रह्मा बन जाए, हम इंद्र बन जाए, हम चंद्र बन जाए, हम कुछ भी बन जाए, या हम नरक में जाके भोगें. हम जन्म जन्मांतर से यही करते आ रहे हैं. Now it is time to recognize the real problems of life. This is the real problem of life. ये जीवन भी अगर ऐसे ही निकाल दिया तो अगले जीवन में क्या गारंटी है कि हमें इतना अच्छा भक्तों का संग प्राप्त होगा, इतने अच्छे साधुओं का संग प्राप्त होगा, शास्त्रों में श्रद्धा प्राप्त होगी? क्या कोई गारंटी है इस बात की कि जो अवस्था हमें अब प्राप्त है वो अवस्था हमें अगले जन्म में प्राप्त हो या ना हो? क्या पता हम शरीर छोड़ते हो क्या सोच लें और उसके प्रभाव से हमें कौन सा शरीर मिले. जैसे महाराज भरत के प्रसंग में आता है. He became a deer even after attaining the stage of bhava. It's a very elevated stage, but he became attached to a deer at the end of his life. In the next life, he became a deer. So like that, Srila Prabhupada's mercy is there in the form of this beautiful statement. back home, back to Godhead in this one very lifetime. Srila Prabhupada ने पिन पॉइंट किया है इस स्टेटमेंट को. इसी जन्म में हमें भगवत धाम लौटना है. इसी जन्म में हमें भगवान की भक्ति प्राप्त करनी है. We cannot risk, dear devotees. It's a real problem. We cannot risk taking another chance. No. But know for sure that अगर हम इस जन्म में भक्ति में कुछ भी प्रगति करते हैं, तो in the next life we will start from there. So yes, we will have that bank account of bhakti in the next life. But dear devotees, we should not take that risk. We don't know our mind. We don't know our desires. Don't take that risk. It is now. That is the real Brahmana. That is the real Sanatani. We say so many, हम Sanatani, हम Hindu हैं ये. क्या है सनातनी होना? क्या है हिंदू होना? To know the real problems of life and to solve them. पेट का पोषण कौन नहीं कर रहा? कपड़े कौन नहीं पहन रहा? सो कौन नहीं रहा? जानवर भी कर रहे हैं अपने अपने स्तर पे. अगर हमने भी अपना जीवन उसमें ही निकाल दिया तो क्या अंतर रहा? अथा तो ब्रह्म जिज्ञासा. As human beings, दुर्लभ मानव जन्म सत्संगे तरह ए भव सिंधुरे. इस दुर्लभ मानव जन्म को प्राप्त करके हमें इस भव सागर को तरना है. इस भव सागर से तरना है. Yes, this is the goal, dear devotees, and that will be possible by surrendering unto the bona fide spiritual master who will guide us to the lotus feet of Krishna. Yes, there's one famous, not so famous, but there's a bhajan which I like very much. दो तीन लाइनें हैं, and I think it is some folk sayings, songs in Vrindavan. They sing this. गुरु वही जो संत सेवावे, गुरु वही जो विपिन बसावे, गुरु वही जो हरि मिलावे, गुरु वही जो हरि मिलावे. अगर हमने अब अपने जीवन में ठान लिया है कि अभी हमें भगवान की प्राप्ति करनी है, अभी हमें इस भौतिक कल्मश से निकलना है, इस जीव को परमात्मा की प्राप्ति इस जन्म में करनी है, ऐसा अगर हमने दृढ़ निश्चय कर लिया है, तो अभी हमें श्री गुरु की शरण लेनी है. और कैसे गुरु की शरण लेनी है? जो एक प्रमाणिक परंपरागत वैष्णव है, जो स्वयं भगवान की कृपा का प्रकाश विग्रह है. That is why, dear devotees, we say, when we say Srila Prabhupada, we say, His Divine Grace, Abhay Charnarvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. What does that mean, His Divine Grace? His means Krishna's Divine Grace. भगवान की जो कृपा शक्ति है, भगवान की जो प्रकाश विग्रह है, कृपा शक्ति के जो प्रकाश विग्रह, if the mercy of the Lord has taken a form in front of us, that is the pure devotee, the Guru. Yes. Guru vahi jo sant sevave. Such a bona fide spiritual master engages one in the service of sadhus. Guru vahi jo vipina vasave. Such a bona fide spiritual master places one eternally gives residence to one eternally in the groves of Sri Dham Vrindavan, Sri Navadvip or Sri Vrindavan, which is non-different. Vipina vasave. गुरु हमें धाम का रास्ता दिखाते हैं, भगवान का रास्ता दिखाते हैं. और by doing this, गुरु वही जो हरि ही मिलावे. गुरु वह है जो हमें हरि से मिला दे. Yes. Also another famous thing. गुरु गोविंद दो खड़े काकू लागे पाए. This is very Kabir sayings. We used to hear this before. गुरु गोविंद दो खड़े काकू लागे पाए, बलिहारी गुरु आपके गोविंद दियो दिखाए. जो भगवान के शुद्ध वैष्णव होते हैं, शुद्ध भक्त होते हैं, गुरु आचार्य जो होते हैं, उनके चरण में अपने आप को ऐसे समर्पित करना चाहिए जैसे अर्जुन अभी दिखा रहे हैं. शिष्यस्ते हम साधि मामताम प्रपन्न. Because it is by their mercy that we can know Krishna. संत सदैव हृदयेषु विलोकयन्ति यं श्याम सुंदरम अचिन्त्य गुणस्वरूपम. भगवान बोल रहे हैं कि भगवान कहाँ है? संत सदैव हृदयेषु. जो भगवान के निष्काम, जो भगवान के शुद्ध भक्ति, प्रेमा भक्ति में रमे हुए जो ऐसे साधु हैं, जो प्रेमी भक्त हैं भगवान के, उनके हृदय में भगवान है, ऐसा स्वयं भगवान बोल रहे हैं. मद भक्ता यत्र गायन्ति तत्र तिष्ठामि नारद. चाहे कोई योगी अनंत काल तक, अनंत जन्म तक भगवान के चतुर्भुज स्वरूप के ऊपर ध्यान करे, परमात्मा रूप को सिद्ध करने के प्रयास करे, परमात्मा स्वरूप को ध्यान लगा के और परमात्मा में ही विलीन होने का प्रयास करे। भगवान बोल रहे हैं योगी नाम हृदय न च, मैं उन योगियों के हृदय में नहीं हूँ। वास्तविक रूप से देखा जाए तो मैं उन योगियों के हृदय में नहीं हूँ। नहीं, कहाँ है भगवान? यत्र गायन्ति मद भक्ता तत्र तिष्ठामि नारद। जहां मेरे शुद्ध भक्त, प्रेमी भक्त मेरे नाम रूप गुण लीला का नित्य प्रति गायन कर रहे हैं, नित्य प्रति भजन कर रहे हैं, नित्य प्रति प्रचार कर रहे हैं, उन भक्तों के हृदय में भगवान नित्य वास कर। और ऐसे ही जीव के हृदय में भक्ति आती है। कैसे? जब वो गुरु रूप आचार्य स्वरूप, जब वो भगवान की कृपा हमें दें, जब वो अपनी कृपा दें, which is actually the mercy of Krishna, then dear devotees, then we engage in devotional service. That is the first step, Guru Padashraya. And it all starts with surrender. It all starts with surrender. That is the essence of this verse. It all starts with surrender. Yes. We must surrender to Guru. We must pray to Krishna. By the mercy of Krishna, one gets Guru. And by the mercy of Guru, one gets Krishna. ये सूत्र याद रख लीजिए। कृष्ण कृपा से गुरु मिलेंगे और गुरु कृपा से कृष्ण मिलेंगे। हम ऐसा नहीं सोचना चाहिए कि हमें गुरु की क्या आवश्यकता है, हम तो जीव हैं, परमात्मा तो हमारे, you know, like Jiva of course has an eternal relationship with Paramatma, but we should not think that we can do it independently. If we could, dear devotees, do it independently, अभी तक हम क्या कर रहे थे? क्या कर रहे थे अभी तक? जन्म जन्मांतर से क्या कर रहे थे? अगर हमें स्वयं ही भगवान को प्राप्त करना है, कई लोग तो यहाँ तक भी आ जाते हैं कि हम स्वयं ही भगवान हैं। चलो उसको तो छोड़ ही दीजिए। अगर हम स्वयं ही भगवान को प्राप्त कर सकते हैं तो अभी तक हम क्या कर रहे थे? अभी तक क्यों नहीं कर लिए प्राप्त? नहीं, भगवान ने अपने शुद्ध वैष्णव, अपने शुद्ध भक्त इसीलिए ही धराधाम पे भगवान भेजते हैं कि जीवों को वापस लाया जाए, जीवों को भगवान के प्रति जो उनका नित्य संबंध है वो स्थापित किया जाए। इसलिए हमारी जब वैष्णवी भी दीक्षा होती है तब क्या बोला जाता है? सो एंड सो दासी, सो एंड सो दास, कृष्ण दास, ऋषभ देव दास, चैतन्य विश्वम्बर दास। यस, जब भगवान के नाम से उनको दासत्व प्रदान किया जाता है। और गुरु कभी नहीं अपने आप को मानते कि मैं भगवान हूँ, वो तो ये भी नहीं मानते कि मैं अच्छा सेवक हूँ, लेकिन वो सिर्फ अपने आप को ये मानते कि मैं भगवान का एक प्रतिनिधि हूँ। भगवान का एक the position of guru is to become a great disciple can take the position of a great guru. Yes, we are very fortunate to have received the shelter of Srila Prabhupada. Especially this Krishna conscious movement, it is not just an institution. Externally, many people think ISKCON तो सिर्फ केवल एक संस्था है, ये है वो है। नहीं, ISKCON एक प्रमाणिक गौड़ीय वैष्णव संप्रदाय, ब्रह्म मध्व गौड़ीय वैष्णव संप्रदाय से आती हुई आचार्य परंपरागत वैष्णव संप्रदाय है, जिसमें श्रील प्रभुपाद ने एक इंस्टीट्यूशन के स्वरूप से इसका पूरा विश्व में प्रचार किया है। Like that, ISKCON is a bona fide Vaishnava sampradaya coming from Bhagavan Shri Krishna himself. And since I did mention Padma Puran, the four Chatush Sampradaya that are mentioned in Padma Puran are Shri, Brahma, Rudra and Sanaka. These four, it is स्वयं भगवान नारायण या भगवान कृष्ण से शुरू होते हुए जो चार संप्रदाय हैं उनके चार चार आचार्य हैं। श्री संप्रदाय के आचार्य हैं जो the head is Shri Lakshmi Devi. The Brahma Sampradaya, starting from Bhagavan Krishna himself, Acharya is Swarup is Bhagavan Shri Brahma Ji. And then we have the Rudra Sampradaya, which has Lord Shiva as the Acharya. And then we have the Sanaka Sanatan Sampradaya, which has the Chatush Kumaras. And the only bona fide way to achieve knowledge, or the any mantra, this verse is also there. Sampradaya vihinane te mantras nishphalam bhavet. कि जो संप्रदाय विहीन, ये चतुष संप्रदाय के विहीन जो मंत्र हैं, जो आजकल बहुत प्रचार हो रहे हैं. So it really hurts to see people becoming. Recently in 2020, okay, never mind. I will not criticize. But there's so many things that come out. People are inventing mantras. शास्त्रों में already mantra हैं. We have to, dear devotees, let us not be bewildered by this modern day religiousness. No, we have to follow the Vedic Siddhanta. We have to follow the words of Bhagavan Krishna, who is a better person to approach. Bhagavan Krishna, Shri Brahma Ji, Lakshmi Ji, Bhagavan Shiv, Chatush Kumar, all these great individuals mentioned in Shastra who are very bona fide and their lineages, or modern day religiousness that makes us feel good. Yes, we have to really, this word Srila Prabhupada does not just say, take shelter of a spiritual master. No, take shelter of a bona fide spiritual master. ऐसे व्यक्ति होने चाहिए जिनको भगवान के दर्शन हो चुके हैं, उत्तम अधिकारी वैष्णव. That is the topmost platform. Take shelter of such a person who has seen Krishna. Srila Gaur Govind Maharaj used to say, if one has not seen Krishna, how will he show you Krishna? Yes. We have to take shelter of such bona fide acharyas, such bona fide spiritual masters, and we are very fortunate that not only have we come under the Brahma Sampradaya. So this ISKCON is, I'll just give us, since we're talking about disciplic succession, the Sampradaya, our Sampradaya is coming from Brahmaji. So the Jnana, the transcendental knowledge came, the Bhakti of course, and the transcendental knowledge goes from Bhagavan Krishna to Brahmaji, enlightens him. Then from Brahmaji it goes on, Narada, Vyasa, and then Madhvacharya, who established the Dvaita Siddhanta and completely destroyed the impersonalistic views of Adi Shankaracharya. So from Madhvacharya went on the Madhva Sampradaya, and in Madhva Sampradaya when Srimad Chaitanya Mahaprabhu जो कि स्वयं भगवान है, see जब भगवान आए वो स्वयं अपनी संप्रदाय स्थापित कर सकते थे. Even though Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Bhagavan himself, he could have made a different sampradaya, but no. Swayam Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, according to the rules and regulations in Shastra, accepted the Brahma Sampradaya. Accepted the Brahma Sampradaya. जो स्वयं भगवान भी जब आ रहे हैं वो शास्त्र का निषेध नहीं कर रहे, तो हम आजकल कर रहे हैं शास्त्र का निषेध. फिर हम बोलते हैं कि वो आजकल तो गुरु ऐसे हैं, आजकल साधु सिर्फ फेम नेम एंड फेम के लिए हैं. तो ये फिर धारणाएं आ जाती हैं, and it is natural because we are not taking shelter of the right people, right person, right personality. तो स्वयं भगवान भी आए चैतन्य महाप्रभु, तो उन्होंने ब्रह्म संप्रदाय में दीक्षा प्राप्त की जीव को दिखाने के लिए. आपनी आचार्य प्रभु जीवे रस सिखाए, जीव को शिक्षा देने के लिए. सिखाए शरणागति भक्तेर प्राण. श्रीमद चैतन्य महाप्रभु जो कि स्वयं राधा कृष्ण मिलित तनु हैं, उन्होंने स्वयं आचरण करके दिखाया कि हमें एक सतगुरु के एक सत शिष्य बनना है जो कि एक प्रामाणिक संप्रदाय में आ रहे हैं. और महाप्रभु से ये परंपरा चलती हुई आई और अभी हमें प्राप्त हो रही है एक ISKCON संस्था के रूप से. So like that, we are very fortunate to be a part of, we are really following the essence of Shastra. We're really following the instructions of Bhagavan Krishna. But now it is not a matter of having a bona fide spiritual master. It is also a matter of becoming a bona fide disciple. Yes. One may know so much. One may know the problems of life. One may get a bona fide spiritual master. But जब तक शिष्यस्तेहम शादिमाम ताम प्रपन्नम, जब पूर्ण रूप से शरणागति नहीं है, गुरु चरण कमल में अपने आप को समर्पित नहीं किए हैं, तब तक भगवत साक्षात्कार प्राप्त नहीं हो सकता. Not possible. क्योंकि स्वयं भगवान ने प्रोसेस दी है. अभी हम भगवान को चाहते हैं भगवान की प्रोसेस के बिना, तो ये तो मूर्खता है, वास्तव में मूर्खता है. और ये भगवान की ही आज्ञा है कि गुरु धारण किया जाए, गुरु के प्रति सेवा की जाए, परिप्रश्नेन सेवया, सेवा की जाए, उनको प्रश्न किए जाए कि आत्म साक्षात्कार कैसे हो, भगवत साक्षात्कार हो कैसे हो, और गुरु के प्रति जो उपदेश हैं उनको प्राप्त करके, गुरु से उपदेश प्राप्त करके, गुरु से भजन की प्रणाली, भजन का मंत्र प्राप्त करके, भजन में संलग्न होके तब हम भगवत प्राप्ति कर सकते हैं. The process is there, the arrangement is there for us, but we must be willing. We must pray to Krishna also for guidance, to show us who is our Guru. And of course, we can all take shelter of Srila Prabhupada, who is like the, actually, Jagat Guru एक टाइटल है, सभी को दिया जाता है, जो भी महामंडलेश्वर होते हैं, जो आचार्य पीठ को स्वीकार किए होते हैं, अलग अलग जो मठ आदि में, उनको जगत गुरु स्वीकार्य है, माननीय है, और हम उनको प्रणाम भी करते हैं. लेकिन वास्तव रूप से अगर हम देखें, कोई जगत गुरु है इस जगत में जिन्होंने नाम को सार्थक किया, इस नाम को, जगत गुरु नाम को सार्थक किया, जो पूरे विश्व के जगत के जो गुरु हुए, वो तो अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद जी. ना कि केवल उनके नाम को दिया गया जगत गुरु, उन्होंने ऐसा कार्य भी किया कि प्रभुपाद जी को जब इंग्लैंड में पूछा गया, इंटरव्यू हो रहा था मेरे ख्याल से, और वहां पे प्रभुपाद जी बोले कि तुम ब्रिटिश लोग सब ले गए, बट जो तुम छोड़ गए तो वो मैं देने आया हूँ. That is the transcendental knowledge of the Bhagavad Gita and the Srimad Bhagavatam. Srila Prabhupada used to say that you guys, I did not force these people to become my disciples. And they were all actually, to begin with, Srila Prabhupada was the only Indian bodied. And they were his, chamar kar rahe the Prabhupada ji ko, even the white bodied devotees, England se, America se, प्रभुपाद जी को चांवर करते थे, प्रभुपाद जी का पाद अभिषेक करते थे, प्रभुपाद जी की आरती करते थे. उन्होंने, प्रभुपाद जी ने दिखाया कि he is actually Jagat Guru. He's actually Jagat Guru. He's the direct representation of the mercy of Krishna. भगवान के कृपा शक्ति के प्रकाश विग्रह हैं. ऐसे हैं श्रील प्रभुपाद, एक महान आचार्य जिनके हम शरण में हैं. Yes, and we should, from this verse again, the main thing to learn here is two things: recognizing the problem and finding the solution, which is to take shelter, to surrender unto a bona fide spiritual master. जैसे कि अर्जुन कर रहे हैं अभी, वो भगवान को, कृष्णम वंदे जगत गुरुम, भगवान को गुरु स्वरूप से धारण कर रहे हैं. और हमें भी अपने जीवन में ये जानते हुए कि जीव की क्या परिस्थिति है, जीव कितना दुख में है. ये शरीर तो ठीक है, ये शरीर तो दुख में है ही, बट जीव कितना दुख में है परमात्मा के बिना, भगवत आनंद के बिना. आप देखिए, जब मंदिर आ जाते हैं लोग, थोड़ी देर तिलक लगा के थोड़ी देर नाचते, कितना आनंद लगता है उनको, क्योंकि जीव का स्वभाव है कि भगवान का भजन करना. जीव एज एन आत्मा, जो नेचर है इन तत्व, one has to serve Krishna to get real ananda. Otherwise, dear devotees, it is only suffering. Dukhalayam ashashvatam in this world. There's real bliss, real happiness in Krishna consciousness. And when we recognize the problems, then willingly taking shelter of a bona fide spiritual master, coming in a bona fide disciplic succession, we can attain the topmost goal of life. We can attain realization of the absolute truth and solve our problems and bring a complete end to it, all these problems. Not just temporarily solve these problems, eternally solve these problems of this body. शरीर है तो प्रॉब्लम है, जब तक शरीर रहेगा तब तक प्रॉब्लम रहेगी, और जन्म जन्मांतर से शरीर है, ये केवल इस शरीर में नहीं, अगले शरीर में भी प्रॉब्लम रहेगी. Like that, let us put an end to these problems. Let us put an end to these problems by coming in the fold of भगवान श्री कृष्ण. भगवान श्री कृष्ण के परिवार को स्वीकार, अपने आप को उस परिवार का हिस्सा मानकर, भगवान के शुद्ध भक्तों के चरण रज में अपने आप को समर्पित करके ऐसे हम भगवान की भक्ति करेंगे, तो हमें क्यों नहीं होगा भगवत साक्षात, क्यों नहीं होगा आत्म साक्षात्कार. Yes, that is the process of sharanagati. That is the process of surrender, which is the essence of this verse. This is where the Bhagavad Gita actually, to be very honest, it's where it actually starts, from the surrender of Arjun at the lotus feet of Bhagavan Krishna, teaching us that our devotional life, our spiritual life will also start when we surrender. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So if anyone has any questions, we will be happy to answer. You can raise your hands. Yes, Anurag Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dhanvat Pranam.
Dhanvat Pranam.
Prabhuji, I am quite a foolish conditioned soul, so my apologies in advance if I say something out of line. But my question is that if an individual is in a mood of surrender and moving towards initiation and following the 4 regulative principles set by ISKCON, how important is the condition of detachment from material things, like this is my car and this is my property, और मैंने मार्बल लगाया अपनी कोठी में, ये मेरा बेटा है, ये डॉक्टर बन गया और ये लॉयर बन गया. So how important is it to approach initiation if you are still have all those material bondages all around you, being a family person?
Wonderful question. What does initiation mean? Initiation, the word. Initiation. To initiate, to begin. Our spiritual life begins there. ऐसा नहीं मानना चाहिए कि diksha is the result, is the goal. No, that is the beginning. That is where one starts to actually do bhajan. Actually follow जो भजन प्रणाली है, जो गुरु के द्वारा जो instructions हैं, That is when one spiritual life actually begins, at initiation. And the concept of initiation itself is very deep, because we can say that yes, externally speaking, initiation happens when आपको माला दी, आपको मंत्र मिल गया, तो वो दीक्षा हो गई. But initiation is actually a matter of surrender. You must also fully surrender. That is when bhakti actually begins. So diksha kale shishya kare atmasamarpan. We discussed that. So we should not expect that we will become perfect, then we will take initiation. No. Diksha leni hai, bhajan karna hai, then we will get all the good qualities, we will be cleansed. तब फिर अनर्थ निवृत्ति. This is a stage in devotional service. अनर्थ निवृत्ति, अनर्थों की निवृत्ति, वो किससे होगा? भजन क्रिया से होगा. भजन क्रिया हमें कौन प्रदान करेंगे? गुरु प्रदान करेंगे. So like that. There's a process. And attachment, it's प्रभु, what to speak of people in family life. आजकल साधु भी attach हो जाते हैं. ये मेरा कमरा है, ये मेरा बेड है. Even sadhus, we can see sadhus also become attached. What to speak of family life? Family life is very difficult. Yes, I mean, anything is difficult in this world. Even to become a sadhu or to become a grihastha, everything is difficult. It is a matter of one's surrender. जो गुरु के प्रति, भगवान के प्रति जो शरणागति का जो भाव है, वो जीव को जिला देगा. वो जी जाएगा फिर जीव. In any situation we may be, we should not think. Actually, श्रीमद् भागवतम has said, स्थाने स्थिता. आप जिस परिस्थिति में हो, उस परिस्थिति में रह के आपको आगे बढ़ना है. क्योंकि भगवान आपके कर्म के अकॉर्डिंग और आपके anyways past lives or this life, what do you call Paramatma or Daiva, it's called Daiva, has arranged in such a way that we are in certain situations. We should not externally or very whimsically think that अभी हमें सब छोड़ देना है या सब नहीं छोड़ेंगे तो क्या होगा. First thing is attaching oneself to Krishna. भगवान के प्रति आसक्त होंगे तो बाकी सब naturally चला जाएगा. अगर unnaturally सब कुछ छोड़ेंगे, जैसे अर्जुन छोड़ रहा था, तो भगवान ने उसको भी मना किया. अर्जुन क्या चाहता था? कि अर्जुन wanted that he leave everything and take sannyas. Krishna said no. Your स्वभाव is of a क्षत्रिय. तो आपका जो स्वभाव है, जो कि चातुर्वर्ण्यम मया सृष्टम, भगवान ने बोला कि मैंने ही ये चतुर्वर्ण बनाए हैं, मैंने ही चतुराश्रम बनाए हैं. So by the arrangement of Krishna, by arrangement of our karma, we are in certain situations. In that situation, we have to attach ourselves to Krishna, not worrying about our detachments. Of course, ultimately, the process of cleansing will go on. Our heart will be cleansed of anarthas. Then naturally, those attachments will go. It should be natural. अगर हम unnaturally करेंगे तो it will be, वो थोड़े दिन ही चलेगा, पहली बात तो, क्योंकि हमारा स्वभाव ही नहीं है वो.
So Prabhuji, just quick question. I don't want people to be waiting, but so you can pursue the path of initiation and continue to be materially engaged कि अभी मैं नई BMW खरीदूंगा और मैं ये करूंगा, और पर हाँ मैं रेगुलेटिव प्रिंसिपल फॉलो कर रहा हूँ और मैं वाइस प्रेसिडेंट बनने वाला हूँ कंपनी का, मैं 10 लोगों को पार्टी में बुलाऊंगा, पर मैं इनिशिएशन पे चल पड़ूंगा.
नहीं, वो भाव होना चाहिए कि मुझे इस चीज से उठना है.
हाँ, ओके.
ऐसा नहीं कि that is like what is that example? It is like lighting a fire, but साथ साथ में पानी भी डाल रहे हो उस पे, कुछ होगा नहीं. तो भाव होना चाहिए कि हाँ मुझे इस चीज से उठना है, but इतना we should not be like कि उठ के ही मैं दीक्षा लूं. नहीं. Diksha is a starting point. Right. That is but in ISKCON we have a very beautiful, very wonderful setup that Diksha se pehle hi vyakti is already practicing those things which one will do after initiation, because we want to make sure that the person is serious. And like chanting 16 rounds, right, following the 4 regulative principles. Srila Prabhupada, dear devotees, one more thing. Srila Prabhupada used to say, 4 नियम पालन करना एक मनुष्य बनने के योग. जो 4 नियम पालन करता है वो मनुष्य बन गया. भक्त बनना दूर की बात है. 4 नियम पालन करने का अर्थ है मनुष्य बन गया वो. Right. उसके बाद भजन करेंगे तो भक्त बन सकते हैं कभी.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Pooja Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, my question was, because you said that, okay, step 1 is just to get a guru, but then step 2 is to become an actual good disciple. So where is it in like the Bhagavad Gita or in the Bhagavatam, like, or in our Shastras, like, where is it that we can read up on that and find out what makes a good disciple? Or how do you become a good shishya? How do you become devoted to your guru? Like, how do you do it?
Yes, there are many such examples. Like I said, Bhagavan teaches us through his pastimes. So one such example is Arjuna. It is not, there must be actually somewhere the qualities of a disciple. Narad Muni must have mentioned somewhere. I cannot exactly recall, but there are in the Srimad Bhagavatam. But it is a matter to learn. If you go through any story, any Leela of the Srimad Bhagavatam, Dhruv Maharaj and Narad Muni, Prahlad Maharaj and Narad Muni. This is a relationship with disciple and guru. And also Narad Muni, I think this is maybe in the Mahabharata. Narad Muni is glorifying Prahlad Maharaj, yes, to Yudhishthir Maharaj, and he's telling the qualities of a disciple. Like that, in the Prasanga of Dhruv Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, these qualities are not just said, these qualities are practiced. How does Prahlad Maharaj take to heart the instructions of his guru? How does Dhruv Maharaj take the instructions of his guru to heart? Like that, these teachings are not only taught through direct instructions. Of course, those must also be there. I can maybe take a look and show you or send you later. But through the Leela of Bhagavan, there are direct teachings which we can get, especially like this Arjuna is doing here, how he's surrendering to Bhagavan. This is a disciple, and this is qualification of a disciple. And there's also there in the Bhagavad Gita 4th chapter, Pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te gyam. So pariprashnena sevaya, what does that mean? One must surrender to the guru, be submissive, and then also ask questions to the guru about self-realization. So these processes are there. And without submission, if one asks questions, that is also not recommended. So many things are there, and many things are to be learned also by the actions and by the dealings of Guru and Shishya, which have been explained in the Shastra. Many instances. There's one book of Srila Bhakti Dhir Damodar Swami Maharaj. It's called Spiritual Connection. That book is completely based on Guru-disciple relationship, from the Mahabharata, from the Srimad Bhagavatam, from different places. That book. It's called Spiritual Connection by Bhakti Dhir Damodar Swami. And that is completely focused on this, the Guru-disciple relationship. With examples and with purports to those examples, that how that person related with one spiritual master and how he attained perfection, like that.
Okay, thank you. Can you just send that title in the chat later, or
the book
in the group? Yeah, the book. Yeah, I'd be interested in that.
Yeah, I have that book. I'm not sure if you want to read it, you can take it from me to read, and then you can also.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Grab it from me.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Is there a specific time to read Shastras every time? I didn't understand the question. Is there a specific time to read Shastras every time? No, you can read Shastra anytime. I'm not sure what the question is, but I hope I answered your question. Oh, every day. Okay. Yeah, no, you can read anytime. Of course, it is best that it's recommended that we read in the morning times. But that's not a rule. It's better if you do. You will better understand it when anything is done. What to speak of spiritual practice? If anything material is even done in the Brahma Muhurta hours, then one very quickly attains perfection and quickly grasps that knowledge. So Brahma Muhurta, of course, is the best time to do anything. But one should not limit oneself. If you're coming back from work at 10 p.m. at night, not a bad time to open Bhagavad Gita. So, yeah, anytime you can read Shastra. Jai. Hare Krishna. Okay, I guess we are good.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Okay, thank you very much, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada.
Ki jai.
You have a question, Prabhu?
No, I'm saying thank you.
Hare Krishna. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद।